How are we, guys? The gloves are off with myself, former English light welterweight champion and former British light welterweight champion of the world, Curtis Woodhouse. Hope we're all well. Don't want to do it, but I'm gonna have to. have my say on the whole Benn Eubank fight. Everyone knows my thoughts on it. My thoughts on Conor Benn. Gone from a huge fan, was absolutely well on the hype train with Conor Benn. Loved it. Loved his dad as a fighter growing up. I was born in 1980, so that was my era. So loved his dad and was well behind Conor Benn and loved seeing the improvement and wow, this kid's getting better and all of a sudden he's knocking people out. I'm like, come on, Conor. I'm Team Conor. I'm his #1 fan. And then he pops for drugs. And then I'm like, well, obviously, all kind of made sense. And then we've had the whole saga since then, where, you know, he's trying to pretend he did it. But we all know. Listen, anyone with half a brain knows that he cheated and he got caught and it is what it is. But still really looking forward to the fight. Annoys me, but it is what it is. I'm just shooting from the hip. Looking forward to the fight. I think it'll be a really good fight. I'm desperate for Chris Eubank Jr. to win. Desperate. He needs to win for one for the good guys. And I've always liked Chris Eubank Jr. as well. I don't understand the hate that he gets. Another video for another time. I've nearly done a video on Chris Eubank Jr. before. But I really like him. Hopefully he can win on Saturday, and then might be time for the video then. But today I want to talk about something that has really left a bad taste in my mouth, to be honest. And it's Eubank Senior, how he's been towards his son. The disrespect he's showing Junior, you know, leading up to the biggest fight of his life. Sometimes, if you haven't got anything good to say nothing, and he kind of seems to be having dig after dig after dig at his son. And you know what? You know what it's about? It's about money. It's because Chris Eubank Senior is now no longer in Junior's corner, and he's no longer financially gaining from the situation. And the whole thing stinks of envy and greed. He's not getting anything. Why am I not getting anything? The entitlement of him. He really, like I said, I'm a Senior fan. I used to love watching him fight and, you know, how he is as a fighter. I really like him. But this thing stinks, to be honest. And he just stinks as a bitter and twisted old man that can't let his son have his moment. And it's a really poor look for him. And I've seen what Junior said, that if my dad's not at the fight, it's something that he'll regret in later life. And I really, really believe that. His conduct has been terrible, shocking. And it's due to money. And that really rankles with me. It's your son. You want your son to go out and do brilliant and be better than you and, you know, smash it. Normal people do, but I don't think he does. I don't think he wants his son to do better than him. I don't think he wants his son to have loads of money and a brilliant life if it means he's not along for the ride as well. And I really dislike it. I think it's a terrible look. And it's really made me look at Eubank Senior in a different light. You know, you look at him and Conor Benn's dad, Nigel, he's right behind his son, he's backing his son, and, you know, don't think his son cheated and all that lot. And I get that. It's his son. You know, I'd back my son to the hill, even if, you know, when you're laid at bed at night, you have maybe second guess it, but publicly you're going to back his son. And Eubank Senior just hasn't done that. He's gone the other way. And I just think it's a terrible look. And it looks really, really badly on him. It makes him look like money is way, way more important than blood to him, his own blood. And I think that sums him up. I think he's always been about the limelight. He's always been about greed and the money. And this saga has really shown his true colours. He's come across as a horrible human being. You know, I can't think of any scenario where I would think and talk like this against and towards my son. And it's because he's not on the gravy train, which is even worse. Families fall out all the time, you know, and it is what it is. But from what I know, Chris Eubank Jr. hasn't really done anything. All he said is, Dad, I kind of want to do this on my own moving forward. I want you to be my dad, but I no longer want you to be front and center of the whole facade, because that's what it was really. When you see him dancing and you know, at the weigh-in, and then you see him in the corner prancing around like, look at me, look at me. He can't handle that he's no longer the guy. He's no longer the guy. No one really cares about Chris Eubank Sr. No one really knows who he is anymore that's outside of boxing. And the boxing bubble's a really small bubble. You know, no one knows who Senior is, and he hates it. And deep down, it's chewing him up inside. And he's now become a bitter and twisted old man. And it's sad. It really is sad. And I want Junior to win for him. I want Junior to win for boxing. And I also want Junior to win so he can give a big 2 fingers up to his dad and say, get that up here. You know, he's been no help at all. And he showed his true colours. He's a money grabber. He's a money grabber and a fame chaser. That's what he is. Forget the boxing side of things. Great fighter. Harder than a coffin nail. Forget all that. As a person, he showed his true colours in these last few weeks. And it stinks, to be honest. Yeah, I'll do more videos on the build-up to the fight, who I think is going to win, and this, that, and the other. But for now, Chris Eubank Sr. has shown himself to be what he is. And he's a whore for a pound note. And he ain't getting any. And he spat his dummy out. It's as simple as that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. I might be way off here, but that's my initial feeling. And I don't think I'm wrong.